Okay, assignment week 3. You may have guessed it. It relates to the arms, and we'll have to do a bent arm to start with. So this is going to be our base sculpt. We're going to do arm at 90 degrees. And this is going to be where I start you guys, because I think this shows a lot of the good forms of the biceps, triceps, interlocking with the elbow or with the shoulder, chest, back muscles. And it also shows some of the interesting things to do with the relationship of biceps with the forearms. Okay, so we're going to start this with arm 90 degrees and supinated. And there is a set of images for you which shows kind of a broad orbit around our model. It's not perfect just because the problem with the arm is that there's a person in the way, so you can't get every view that you would like. But it's complete enough to get you guys to 80%, and then you guys are going to have to do what artists do and have done for centuries, which is to sculpt and infer and build on that with what you know. Okay, so I think we'll be pretty good on this. From there, we're going to start using some layers and do a little bit what we've done in the week 2 assignment, which was the scapulohumeral rhythm. In this version, this variation, we're going to, to start, we're going to turn the palm the other direction, right? So we're going to pronate the hand, right, so that it's palm down, and then adjust all our forms, so you guys will see exactly what's required to change the kind of the form of the biceps, and then also the routing of the tendons. Not just the tendons, but the muscles of the forearm flexors and extensors, right? Because their insertions are rotating entirely 180 degrees. So at the start, our flexor tendons were all coming up here. But when you rotate the palm face down, the other direction, all of them are coming up here, right? So there's going to be a big change in just the general forms of both sides of the forearm. So that'll be a challenge for you. Rotate the palm 90 degrees, and then we're going to take that and we're going to extend the elbow, right? So we're going to take this and we're going to move the elbow down, and we'll keep the forearm pronated. Right, so biceps going to go really stretched now because it has to go all the way down to an extended radius and an extended ulna. We'll see probably some good pronator teres and other forms popping out. So that'll be a challenge as well. And again, in these two exercises, you guys are going to get a medial and a lateral aspect, and that's it. So we don't have an orbit around either of these, so you guys will have to do your best to work out how everything aligns itself, right? That's a little bit of the challenge, and that's where construction and knowledge of form comes in, right? So this is what we're looking at. Supinated, short bicep, forearm muscles going up like this, and then pronated, so bicep goes long, forearm muscles now are routed out here. And so quite a change in shape, but not a tremendous amount of extra work, but it will take some observation. And then pronated and extended, right? So you can make out a little bit of pronator teres, like I was saying, popping out here, and then some forms of the ridge muscles countering the flexor muscles. Okay, and so those two will be completed on layers. So general workflow that I propose to you guys, modify this as you wish depending on your own taste and needs, but I've started with the Z-sphere base, right, to just get some really simple topology, and simple topology is wonderful to have to give you kind of a base lattice to adjust silhouettes with. And that's primarily what I use it for. You'll see that in this week's working example. I think I ended up using the level 2 skin from ZBrush from the Z-spheres, and I used the old classic skinning method, and explore that a little bit yourself. I mentioned it in the working example. but I don't think I go into too much depth. And from there, I just modify that into a nice shape for our sculpts. I crease parts of it. You'll see that in the working example as well. And then the big one is to sculpt it, right? So just finish the sculpt based on the default pose at 90 degrees. And then from there, you'll probably transpose level 1 and pronate and supinate that and extend it. And we'll put those on layers just like we did this week, so that you just turn them on and off and see your arm move in and out. Okay, that's it. This shouldn't be a ton of work for you guys. I want you guys to pay careful attention, though, to your default pose, right? I really want you guys to investigate these forms and try to get into some pretty refined subtleties depending on your time. And from there, these should not be too much time. I say this, but everybody's learning as we go. So do your best and good luck. And I'll see what you guys do on the forums. Forearms and forums. Thanks.